recording, for God's sakes. Y'all use those recordings. I can see, I can't see who's using them, but I can see that they're being used. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're using them. All right, so rolling around here, feeling into the feels of the back body, remembering that you are your greatest teacher. And when we come to the mat, we're learning things all the time about our bodies, about how we're showing up. But, you know, modify when you need to, slow it down, take a peek, rest. All right, so we're going to keep the left knee into the chest and extend the right foot forward and just take a breath. So we're in what we call the wind releasing pose. Left knee in, right heel pushing away. And then we're going to guide our knee across the body. So we're going to kind of low spinal twist here. And I want you to feel the twist low in the low back. So really pulling down into the tailbone. And you can extend your arm out. You could pull the front ribs in a little bit. So really kind of effortfully pulling the front ribs in. And then relax your neck. We'll take another breath here. Good. All right, go ahead and roll back to the center. Keep your right leg as it is. Pull your left knee in. Extend your left foot up towards the ceiling and just pull your leg in. And you can play around in this shape too, moving around the toes and the ankle. Good. One more breath here. And then we're going to let the left leg go down, the right knee come into the chest to go to the opposite side. Pull the knee in, push the left heel away. And then guide your knee across the body and try to get it really close to the floor, if not all the way. If your right shoulder lifts up, it's okay. But then open up the upper back of the chest and reach the right arm out. And then you're going to push the front ribs in. So really hammer those front ribs in pretty deeply. Good. One more breath here. And then we'll roll back to the center. We'll pull the knee into the chest. And we'll extend the right foot up towards the ceiling, and you can play around opening up the back of the leg, the toes, the heel, the ankle. Good. One more breath here. Good. And then we're going to bring both feet to the ground, and we're going to move into bridge. So walk your heels back a little bit, bring your shoulders under you. Press into the feet, lift the hips up. I really want you to open up the front of the body here, squeeze your butt here. Gaze is up. See if you can drop the shoulders down a little bit. You got a longer neck. Let your arms take the place wherever it goes connected for you. Pressing down into the width of your foot though. So if you're just pressing in the big toes, you might feel it too much in the inner knee. So really feel wide in the feet here. We'll take 3 breaths here, waking up that back body. The last one. Very nice. And slowly bring it all the way back down. You're going to pull your knees into your chest, and then you're going to pull your nose up in towards your knees. Just really do it with whatever shape you can. It's small. Move around a little side to side. Good. All right. So we're going to slowly let our back come down to the ground, and then we're going to bring our hands behind the back of our legs just lightly and pull the toes forward. It's like your legs are resting on a bench. Good. And then we're going to let our arms come up towards the ceiling with our fingers spread wide. Okay, so they're not right off the shoulders, they're a little bit back behind us, just a little bit. Press your low back into the ground here. So I had a teacher once, his name is Jason Crandall. If you've ever practiced online with him, he comes to Charleston often. I've been able to train and practice with him a lot. He's so good. And he always says, anything you want to be able to do on your hands, whether it's an arm balance or something like a cheetah, whatever, you have to be able to do it from the floor, from your back, or you just, what's the point of making it harder if you can't get it from the support of the back? So just feel the feels here. Pressing your hands forward as if you were in like a downward dog. Not exactly, but you're just pushing the arms away. Spinning the elbow creases slightly forward. Good. You're going to take your left leg and reach it forward. And so you can have this really high or you could have it low, but I want you to keep your low back on the ground. So we're going to take a breath. Push the low back in deeper. I want you to feel like you're kind of rounding, like the pubic bones coming up into the low ribs, but don't push your belly forward, right? And you know, belly, but don't pull the abdominal muscles up or out, rather, keep them up. Good, then you're gonna switch sides. Right leg extends. Push your arms away. So my hands aren't just like, you know, wagging in the air, I'm pushing. I've got a little bit of lift in my upper back. We're gonna make this a little more challenging in a moment when we lift our chin. So I'm here now, pulling in. I feel the connection of my left knee coming in, but I'm not collapsing it in. Good. One more breath. Push the low back into the ground. Pull the right knee into the chest. Just pause here. Arms stay up. The ways to modify this is to have the arms more forward, right? This is pulling back. So I'm going to pull my arms back a little, take them wide, like I'm in a downward dog kind of. Pull the low back into the ground. I'm going to extend my left leg forward again. I'm going to pull my chin up into my chest and imagine my nose is going to come to my knees. My arms don't come forward, they stay back. Good. This is kind of like a cheetah, kind of. You'll see. You flex your feet or flex your left foot and point your right toe. Good. Reach. Pull the belly in. Pull the belly in. Pull the belly in. Bring it back down. Left knee in. Let's go to the opposite side, please. Push. So you're doing you here, right? And for goodness sakes, you know, we all come. The playing field is level when we honor where we are, right? That's just the truth of it. Pull your belly in, pull your belly in. I'm going to flex my right heel and point my left toe. Oh my goodness. All right, lay it back down. Right knee comes in. All right, just bring your arms around your knees and take a breath. Good. Move your head from side to side. Don't strain your head. That's silly. Your neck. Good. All right, so we'll add a little movement on it here. Fix my pants. All right. Arms reach up. Fingers spread wide, right? You're very active here. I'm going to pull my thumbs where my thumbs are kind of facing it towards the ceiling. That's going to help me rotate my arms. I don't emphasize this as much in the downward dog. The thumbs are pulling up. Reach my arms back behind me just a little bit. Push. So my shoulders are coming up off the ground. They're lifting. You see that? So they're lifting up. You're rounding your upper back. My chin's going to stay into my chest. I'm going to keep my right knee into my chest and pull my left leg forward and push the heel away. But I'm going to pull my right knee into my chest now, point the toe. Now I'm going to roll my chin up, push the hands away, push. Hollow body. Hollow body works are the best work for you to be strong. Keep your posture. Push your heels and your hands away. Good. Now keep the legs as they are. Good. And then pull the left knee into the chest. Let your head come down. And then again. And back. Keep going. Keep going. Lift your upper back, round it. Last one. If your hands being up is too much, bring your hands behind your head, right? Bring it down. Good. Just pause for a moment. Hands behind the head would be the modification here. All right, arms reach out. Spread the fingers, turn the thumbs up, pull the arms back, wherever you like them to be. I'm going to be way back here with my downward dog. And then I'm going to go to the opposite side. Low belly pulls in, right leg reaches forward, left knee pulls in tight, chin comes in the chest round. Good. So if I was in my down dog, my right leg would be my standing leg, right? Just have it flex. Pull it in, lift. Bring that chin or just forehead to the nose. Round the upper back. And now pull it in, relax the head. Push. Breathe it in, come down. Push. Back. Do it again. We'll do it one more time. Oh, I'm going to bring my hands behind my head because my neck is straining. And then bring it in. Good. Take a breath. Good. Pull your knees into your chest. Roll forward and back. Forward and back. Good. And then you're going to come to sit up on your sit bones. All right, so once we're on our sit bones, we're going to take our feet a little wider apart. So I'm going to keep my hands behind my knees and lift my chest and sit up high on your sit bones as best as you can so you're nice and long from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Nice. Take a breath. All right, so we're going to pick our feet up, and you can do one at a time or both. I always kind of have to settle myself here. You can keep your knees bent. You could straighten one leg at a time. You could let go of the hands one at a time if you want. Good. So we're really working on building our core strength. To lose the flesh of the belly is diet. Damn it. Good. You can bring your toes together, your heels, your toes together and your heels slightly apart. And you can walk your hands towards your ankles. Take a breath. Good. Two more. Good. You could be here up on your sit bones. You could take your hands and push them like this. What is this? Kind of like a crow or crane. 3, 2, 1. Cross with the ankles. Make your way to tabletop. Good. Nice job. All right. Fingers spread really wide. Let your gaze come down. Take a breath. Good. Cats and cows. So we'll move into cheetah here in just a moment, and you might find it easier than doing it from the back, especially if your shoulders are strong. A couple more. Nice. All right, so let your left arm reach up overhead. So we're going to work into the shoulders so you feel good in them. From your cheetah, reach up, belly in. And as you exhale, we're going to thread and hover. So we'll add those, obliques in, pull the belly in, and then reach it back up. Good. I'm going to slide my right hand back a little bit. Good. And then go back under. And then up. So my belly stays in the whole time. And core is it's a good practice to have, and to have on the schedule a named core gets a lot of attention. But every time you do yoga, if you can remember the elements of the core that we do here, you'll enjoy your practice more, and it'll definitely be more. One more time, reaching through and then reaching up. Nice. Reach it up, reach it under one more time and land on it for a moment. Let your head come down. Belly is in. Good. All right, so press down into your hand. Let your left arm reach back up overhead. And as it reaches up, look up at your thumb and wiggle your fingers. And then your arm's going to reach forward. So you're going to windmill it all the way forward and down. And then I'm going to bring my right shin out to the side, like kickstand. And I'm moving to half plank. So I'm going to bring this left leg out to the side, okay? My right shin's right behind me. Right arm's going to reach up. Your gaze could be down or forward or up. Pull the belly in and up, round in a little bit. So you'll feel like your front ribs are kind of hammering those in. And take a breath. Good. Lean into your fingertips here. All right, so I'm going to slightly bend my left knee. I'm going to lift it up. We've done these before. Just be here. My arm's going to reach over my ear. And then I'm going to bring it forward. And you can really do it nice and slow and come to touch. I want you to feel the hollow body, and then out, and then in. Good. And you can make these more of a back bend too, if you want to, instead of just, you can really open instead of finding side plank. All right, now we're going to bend the knee as we come in. Good. It's hard to keep that foot up. One more. Extend. Good. All right, left hand comes down. Knees come back underneath you, tabletop. Good. We're going to let our right foot step back behind us just for a moment and press back. Drop the hip. Push. And then you're going to drop the knees down. And we're going to come into puppy pose before we go to the other side. So walk your arms forward. Keep your butt high. So you can be here. It's going to tell you a lot about your shoulders. If you're really tight in your shoulders and upper back, getting down to the floor is really difficult or not accessible. And so what you can do is use a block under the chest or the head, or let your arms go really wide, or bend your elbows, okay? But I just want you to release out through this mostly right arm. Take a breath. Good. One more. Nice. All right, then we'll go ahead and we'll slide the hands back. Let's find a couple of rounds of cats and cows. Breathing out as you round and inhaling as you lift the belly. So one of the things too, I was speaking to this yesterday at our noon class. I had a private client that I hadn't seen in a long time, and he's in his 70s, almost 80. And I had talked to him before class and said, when we're doing any vinyasa, when we're moving forward and back, you are in calf and cow. And so that's always available to you because it moves your breath and it feels good. It's good for you, right? Okay. All right, so come back to neutral. Good, take a deep breath. I'll let my head hang here for just a moment. Good, one more deep breath in and out. Go a little side to side, right shoulder, right hand. Good. And then we're going to move into the right side. So press into the left hand, let the right arm reach up overhead and take a breath. You can move around the wrist too here if you want to. So I compressed, inhale, exhale, thread. So get low, and I'm hovering my whole arm. Nothing is touching the ground, but if you need something to touch, that's fine. Then reach it back up. So it's better to go, it's not really slow. You can move here, but you want to feel the pull, the push, like you're kind of moving through plush mud, right? Moving through honey, water. Good, keep going. And you want to feel the extension as you reach up and the extension as you reach underneath you. If you ever, like, you know, you had your dog toy rolls, your dog's toy rolls under the couch, and you're like, oh, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. I tell you what, you have a really stable core, you're gonna be less likely to get that twinge in your back. Good, we'll go one more round, and then we'll land. Reach, inhale, reach up, and then exhale, bring it underneath and land on the shoulder. Land, land, land. Take a breath. Good. All right, come all the way back up. Let the right arm reach up overhead. And then we go into fingertips. Let the arm reach forward until it comes down to the ground. Pause. And we'll slide our left foot out to the side, and you'll come up into side plank. Hair back and switch sides. So you're in that side plank position, please. Good. Side plank. Okay. All right, left shin's underneath us, right leg is out. Take some deep breaths here. Good. So pressing into the fingertips, the shoulder stays plugged in, right? You're not rounding in here. Belly is in, pull the front ribs in. Good. And then we'll pick up the right leg here. And so here, you know, listening to your hips here, sometimes a little bit of movement, a little curve in the spine can help support the movement, right? We'll reach that right arm over the head and take a breath. Good, and then we'll bring it together. And so, you know, this side is very different for me than the other side. Maybe it is for you, maybe it's your stronger side. This is not my stronger side. Oh. Smooth it out. Good. And again, you can make those back bends happen if that feels good to you. And it could be just more of an open chest, or you could move it down into the lumbar. But when I'm pulling in, I'm sucking the belly in, I'm finding hollow body. Good. Keep going. Last one here, and then we'll add that bent knee. You might already be there. So it could be elbow or fingertips. But I am rounding in here. Good, keep going. My foot wants to fall. 2, 3, 4, last one. Pull it in. Extend. Good. We'll place the foot down on the ground. Let the right hand come down. We'll make our way back into tabletop. Good. Let your head hang for just a moment. Take a breath. Good. We're going to do puppy pose one more time. If Sphinx would work better for you, you can always do Sphinx. I'm going to take my knees a little wider, walk my arms forward. I'm going to go a little more spread out this time. So one of the things is there's 2 components, say in your puppy pose, is you can really arch in, really flare open those low ribs, get your chest down, spine. You want to move the stretch deeper into your upper back, especially if you're very back bendy, the low back. You corset your ribs in. And then you really feel the movement in the upper back. Understand that? You pull the front ribs in within it. You'll feel it more in the upper back. So one more breath here. All right, good. Slowly walk the hands back. And then we'll turn our toes under. Good. Pause here for a moment. Bring your hands out. So you can have your hands wide and facing forward, or you could turn your fingertips out a little bit with the thumbs up like we did when they were up in the air. I'm going to take a deep breath here. Toes turned under. We're just going to hover the knees. And I'm going to drop my head. So my knees are off the ground maybe an inch or two. And then I'm going to lengthen my tailbone. So it has the sensation of a hollow body. Good. Take a deep breath. Lean a little forward. And push a little back. Good. One more. And then downward facing dog. And you can spread out here. All right, good. All right, so downward facing dog. Just let your head hang. And you can be as wide in your feet and your hands as you need to be here, my friends. Good. One more deep breath here. Spread, push, push, push. Good. Then we're going to walk our feet forward towards our hands. Once you get to your hands, take a breath and halfway lift. And exhale, fold down. Good. So we'll dangle here for a breath or two. The middle of the practice here where we are is going to move a little bit, but you take it as slow as you need to. Before we move into cheetah, I'll show you cheetah from hands and knees, which is like a bird dog. Okay, but we'll go through that. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Good. Right hand steps forward. Let's find our twists. Twists are always important when we work into core or when you work into heart openers. Next week, we'll be working into heart openers in all of our practice a little bit more. I'm going to start theming the months, especially in July or June or July. Damn, we're already in June. All right, left arm reaches forward, pause, reach it forward. Now pull the belly in. Now push your hips back and reach your left fingertips more forward. Look down at the floor. Hand comes down. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Left hand steps forward, right arm reaches up. Please find the twist. You can always bend the knee, one or both here. Absolutely. It's not even a modification. It's just a little different. Everybody's structure is different, especially around that pelvis. Goodness. Good. Now the belly pulls in, the right arm reaches forward, right over your ear. Now push your hips back, belly in. So what is holding you up here? Your core. Good. Lean a little forward. And then bring it all the way down. Drop your head, breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, come all the way to rise, reach up, reach up, reach up. So we'll move through a little bit of vinyasa here. We'll come down to hands and knees and do bird dogs and some hip work. And then we'll come to cheetahs. All right, inhale, arms reach up overhead, big breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, stand up. Breathe out, lean to the left. So here, you're working core. You should every single time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands behind the back. We'll open the shoulders. Interlace your fingers or just push your hands into your low back. Lift your chest. You could keep your gaze neutral or look up. But I'm really pulling up underneath these collarbones. Good. One more breath. Good. I'm going to release and find chair. Pull the hips back. Good. I want you to drop in pretty low here. And if your knees are going way forward, pull those suckers back. My legs are apart, but you could have them together if you wanted. But my knees are not knocking in. Nothing will shape your legs, tone your legs better than some chair work, I'm telling you. Hot yoga, if you ever do the Bikram 26, I'm going to add that in our membership for sure. I love teaching that. It's a whole different side to me. I sound like a sergeant. All right, one more breath. Stand up, lift your quads. That's how we get the blood flow going. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank. Step it back. Take a breath. So 2 opportunities. One is a rounded back. That's kind of like your cheetah, chin to chest. I'm rounding my upper back where I let my back soften. You see the difference there? Take a breath. I'm in a softer back. It's harder for me. Lower the knees down. Then the thighs, belly, chest, and chin come down. Elbows go straight back. Let the chin tap. Breathe in, baby cobra. If you want a full cobra, take it. Exhale, hips to heels. Child. This is your flow. You'll modify it if you need to. Downward dog. We're going to do 5 rounds of it. Right. Pick a foot to step forward. Every time you step forward through these rounds, I want you to try to choose the opposite foot. Got it? All right, so pick a foot, step forward. Next foot steps forward. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. Try to switch your feet. Good. Take a breath. Decide how you're going to move your shoulders. Good. Knees come down, belly, chest, and chin. Inhale, open your heart, baby cobra, or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. I feel like these AirPods are going to tell on me how heavy I'm breathing. All right, take a breath. Opposite foot steps forward. Take it to the top. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, come up, reach up. Breathe out, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, find plank. Inhale to top. Exhale, knees come down. You can go all the way or half the way. Open your heart. Breathe out, downward dog. Good. Take a breath. Step forward. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Breathe out, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands come down, plank. Take a breath. Breathe it out, halfway or all the way down. Lift your chest, shoulders roll back. Exhale, downward dog. Very important if you're moving through an up dog that you pike the hips up. Take a breath, step forward. Breathe out when you get there. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. You're doing great. Breathe out, hands down, step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, carry it down. Lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Last set. Step forward. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, come up. Last one, fold it down, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, hands come down, step back. Inhale at the top. Exhale, breathe it down. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Big breath into the nose. Good. Step it forward as you breathe in. Breathe out as you fold. Inhale, come all the way to rise. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. You did great. All right. You can bring your feet together or you can keep them separate. We'll find chair with a twist. All right. So arms reach up. Exhale, hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Look up. Open the collarbones. Oh. One more breath. Good. Release your hands down. Find chair. So draw those hips back. Draw the booty back. If you have the toes too much in the shoulders, you can always bend the elbows or even bring the hands down. I'm not holding myself up. Good. Hands come to the heart, please. Make sure your knees and your toes are facing the same direction. Pull the belly in, lengthen the tailbone. Strong legs. These big muscle groups, they want this type of heat, and the bones need it. Let's twist to the right. The elbow comes to inside the two thighs or outside the right thigh. Pull the flesh away from your belly and twist deeper. Lean into your heels so your toes can lift. You're doing great. Untwist, stay low. Turn to the left. You can. I'm feeling the feels here, sisters. Whoo, twist. It's all about your breath. Untwist. Pause. Inhale, stand up. Lift the quads. Lift up. Lift the quads. Exhale, hands to heart. Good job. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, lean to the right. Core. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lean to the left. Core. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. All right, so as promised, we're gonna do some things from the knees first. All right, drop the right knee down, but just hover it. And then pick it back up. And the left knee goes down, hover it. Push the right heel away. Push it back. One more on each side. Left knee. Push it back. Knees come down. Come to sit on your heels for a moment. So if this doesn't work for you, you can take the knees farther apart or come to sit on a block. Bring your hands to your thighs. Take a breath in. Exhale. Good. Arms reach out and up. Nice deep breath. Exhale, turn to the right. Pull the front ribs in. Reach it back up. Exhale, turn to the left. Good. Front ribs in. Pull them in. Good. And reach it back up. Exhale, hands go down. Tabletop. All right, so cheetah is the same as this, but it's heavier because your hips are higher, okay? And you can play with cheetah on the ground. You can do bird dogs, right, which we do these a lot. Cheetahs are more hands down. You could walk the hands a little more forward as if you were in a downward dog. So see how they're off my shoulders here? I'm gonna practice this way today, but you can do bird dogs. All right, take a breath. Our right foot's gonna reach back behind us. We're gonna point the toe and drop my right hip. Good. Pull the belly in. So think hollow body. Inhale. Exhale, roll forward, draw the nose to the knee. So I'm leaning forward. You see how I leaned forward here? And I'm gonna push back. So now my arms are at an angle. And I'm gonna bring it in. So as I'm noticing my own movements, I tend to tilt here as I'm leaning back. That's really not what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna work on it. Keep going. Good, do two more. Use your breath. This time, lift the leg as high as you can. Lift it up, squeeze the butt. We'll do 5 more like this. And you can take it on the outside of the elbow. Two more. Last one. Lift it up, and then bring it down. Good. Walk your knees up a little bit. Come to sit on your heels. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Pull the front ribs in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Front ribs in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands go down. So bird dog or these chaturangas, which are not chaturangas, but cheetahs. And they're awkward this way. I'm not going to lie. I'm taking my hands a little wider. I'm turning my fingers out, my thumbs out. And I'm going to bring my left leg behind me. Pull the belly in, hollow body of it here. Inhale. I'm going to walk my hands forward a little. Exhale, roll forward. Keep going. If you want to kick the leg up really high here on the side, you certainly can. I'm kind of sweating, so I'm sliding back on my mat. That's a pain in the ass. All right, keep going. A few more. As I said, this is my stronger side, so I forget the count. I don't feel it as much. All right, now let's lift the leg high and draw it out to the left side of the elbow. Two more. Lift it high. And knee comes down. Walk the knees up. Good. Get back on your heels. Arms you reach up. Good. Exhale, hands go behind your back. Interlace your fingers, push your knuckles to the floor, look up. Good. You can always reverse namaste here too, with the palms together. Move around your neck. All right, so what we'll do is I'll move you through a short sequence of a standing series to shake it up a little bit. Then we're going to move through a lateral lunge a little bit. We'll do some cheetahs, and on each side of cheetah, we'll land in half pigeon, which is really juicy. Okay, one more breath. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands go down. Make your way to downward dog. You can always add that vinyasa in if you want. It's completely a yogi choice every time, unless I'm calling you to do it. All right, so bring the hands out wide. We're going to start right from downward dog. Pull the belly in, push. So if you don't feel steady in down dog, then of course your cheetahs are going to feel really messy and you're not going to like them. Know that once you build your down dog practice, everything else is going to come together for you, I promise. Okay, it just takes time. Okay, right leg reaches up. Good. Exhale, draw it forward. Good. Turn the back heel down, open to warrior two. So we haven't done a whole lot of open hip chain work. Okay, so this should feel nice. Look over your right fingertips, belly in tight. Right arm reaches up. So the more you can connect with your core and your glutes in your practice, the more you're going to have a fuller practice and a longer sustainable practice. Good. Right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh or to the floor. And then your left arm is going to reach overhead. Good. Take a breath. Good. Bring your left hand down to the earth. We're going to turn to the long edge of our mat. Right toes turn in. Move around a little side to side. You can keep your hands on the ground or you can keep them up. This is just to make you feel balanced when you're done today. So we're moving into the hips a little bit. Before cheetah. Good. Okay, beautiful. When you land on that right foot, pause. Bring your butt back. And then turn to the top edge of your mat. Pause. Hands come down. Bring the right leg up and back. Sweep it up. All right, so here is your cheetah. And cheetah is going to help you learn to step to the top of your mat well. Shapes of bones contribute to that. So understand that. Reach the leg up. As I exhale, I'm going to come high on my left toes. And I'm going to pull my right knee up into my chest, round. See how I'm over my wrist? Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Forward. Keep going here. You see a few of you, good. And it can be slow. And it really is about finding width in your upper back. So widen your upper back a little bit more. Better. Very nice, Maria. Last one. Bring it forward, hold it. As you hold it, I want you to push the ground away, lift your hips up. Oh, oh, oh. Good. We'll place our shin across the mat. Walk our left foot back behind us. We're going to move to half pigeon. Take a breath before you go down. And then bring it to the floor. So if this doesn't work for you, anytime in any practice, half pigeon like this doesn't work for you facing the ground, what do? You do half pigeon from the back, which as a reminder looks like this, right? Good. Relax your jaw. Good. Just 2 more breaths here. We will hold our pigeons longer in our yin class tomorrow. And we'll probably have a very similar practice tomorrow for yang and yin. If y'all can make it to practice again with me at 10. But we'll have yin in there for sure. All right, hands come down to the mat. Turn your back toes under, lean forward. I'm gonna turn my toes under, lift my knee, look forward. This is the same thing, you're just reversing it. So I'm gonna pull my belly in, round my upper back, pull my knee into chest. And then reach it up and back. Right toes come down to the mat. If you wanna move forward through vinyasa, you can. Good, but once we're in downward dog, take a breath. All right, left leg rises up and back. Reach it up. Point the toe. As you exhale, pull the knee up into the chest, look forward, and then step the left foot forward. Sometimes you have to grab your foot, put it up there. Turn the back heel down, open to warrior 2. Oop. Good. So core, butt. Look over your left fingertips, shoulders relaxed. Reverse. Don't lose the core. You're stretching. Then come back through. Left forearm down or left fingertips to the mat or to a block and arm reaches. Good. Take a deep breath here. Good. And you'll look down at the ground, bring your hand down, pause. You'll turn to the long edge of your mat and you'll move side to side, please. Good. You'll move side to side. Good. Very nice. Find your breath. You're doing great. Good. All right, next time you find yourself next to that left foot, pause. Spin back around. All right, so I do typically have to shorten my distance when I do a cheetah. It just gives me a little bit more leverage to round. Okay, take a breath. Breathe out, left leg rises up and back. Good, point the toe, push back. Belly in, exhale, roll forward, knee comes in. We've done all these before in different ways. Inhale, exhale. Round the upper back. So if you think about pressing into the pinky edges of your hands, that's going to help you find that. Good. A few more. Last one. Pull it in. Lay the shin across the mat. Lift your chest. Walk the right foot back. Come to your back if you like. Take a breath with an open chest. And then exhale, come down to the floor. Good. It's about 5 breaths is what we're doing here. Feel the beat of your heart. Good. One more breath. Good. Bring your hands down. Lift your chest. Pull your belly in. Bring your back toes under. I always lean a little forward. Round in. Now pull my knee to my chest. And then swing it up and back. And the left toes will come down. Downward dog. And then I'm going to drop my knees down to the earth and walk them slightly forward. And come to sit on the back of my heels. Good. Let your hands come to your legs here for a moment and just take a breath. If you can't sit in this hero's pose, then just sit on your tush. Good. Take a breath. Good. Slide off onto one hip, bring your legs forward. Arms reach up overhead. And exhale, fold. Good. So just let yourself come down into the floor, whatever that looks and feels like for you. Move your head around. The last pose for Shavasana, so really settle down. Forward folds are in nature cooling postures. That's why they typically come at the end of a practice. Good. All right, belly pulls in. Slowly come all the way down to your back. Get there however you'd like to. Roll it down. Let your arms reach back behind you and take a breath. Let your head move from side to side. Let your toes fall out. You can take your feet really wide here. You could bring the feet together and knees wide. Good. You keep the hands as you have them in the arms. You can change their position. But let yourself come down to the floor. You can swallow to relax the muscles of your throat. So there is something really about the sequencing of a good practice that builds some heat in some way, even through a yin practice. And when we're focusing on, you know, the fire in the belly, our chakra, it really is so much about, well, tapas, right? Discipline. And we can think of it as just discipline and showing up for yourself. So nice work. Take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to simmer and stay here for as long as you can, allowing the body to start to cool. Take a moment to decide how you'd like to show up for yourself and for others today, because that is your choice. I hope you choose well, as it will be in the service of you. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.